Have you ever wondered why humanity seems so divided? Why do we speak different languages, follow different customs, and struggle to understand one another? The ancient story of the Tower of Babel offers a compelling explanation, a tale woven into the fabric of human history, a cautionary reminder of the dangers of pride and the folly of defying the divine. In the wake of the Great Flood, humanity found itself united once more. A single language bound them, a common tongue that echoed across the plains of Shinar. They journeyed east, these descendants of Noah, their hearts set on establishing a civilization that would forever etch their names in the annals of time. There was a palpable excitement in the air, a sense of shared ambition that pulsed through the crowd. They dreamed of a city that would touch the heavens, a monument to their ingenuity and a symbol of their collective power. But as the tower grew higher, so too did their arrogance. They had forgotten the lessons of the flood, the devastating consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. The people said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth." Their words dripped with hubris, their hearts swollen with the intoxicating elixir of self-importance. They sought not to honor God but to exalt themselves, to create a legacy built not on faith but on human might. The Tower of Babel became their sole obsession, a towering testament to their ambition and their misguided belief in their own power. They toiled tirelessly, their backs bent under the weight of their ambition. Brick by brick, they raised their monument to the sky, their eyes fixed on the heavens, their hearts deaf to the whispers of wisdom. Each layer of brick represented another victory in their quest for autonomy, another step away from their dependence on God. The project took on a life of its own, fueled by their collective desire for recognition, for a fame that would resonate throughout the ages. They had convinced themselves that their unity was a sign of strength, their ambition a virtue. High above, the Lord observed their endeavors, his heart heavy with sorrow. He saw their pride, their arrogance, their insatiable desire for self-glory. He saw their unity, not as a testament to their love for one another, but as a tool for their own aggrandizement. And he knew that their path, paved with good intentions though it may have been, led only to destruction. The Lord said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them." God in his wisdom recognized the danger posed by their unchecked ambition. He saw that their unity, devoid of a higher purpose, could easily morph into a force of destruction, a tool for oppression and tyranny. He knew that true unity stemmed not from shared ambition, but from shared love, a love rooted in humility and a recognition of a power greater than themselves. Their endeavor was not merely about building a tower. It was about building a world order where God was not welcome, where human ingenuity and achievement reigned supreme. God, in his infinite mercy, chose to intervene. He would not stand idly by and watch as his children marched towards their own demise. He would confuse their language, scatter them across the earth, forcing them to confront the limitations of their own understanding, the futility of their prideful pursuits. It was an act of love, a divine intervention designed to awaken them to the folly of their ways. So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. The consequences of their pride were swift and absolute. Confusion reigned as their once unified language dissolved into a cacophony of unfamiliar tongues. The tower, once a symbol of their collective ambition, now stood as a silent rebuke to their arrogance, a stark reminder of the limits of human endeavor when divorced from divine guidance. Imagine the scene workers shouting instructions, their words met with blank stares and confused murmurs. Friends and families, once bound by the intimacy of a shared language, now separated by an impenetrable wall of incomprehension. The once harmonious symphony of construction devolved into a discordant symphony of confusion and frustration. The tower, once a symbol of their unity, became a source of division, a physical manifestation of their shattered dreams. The people, stripped of their ability to understand one another, abandoned their grand project and scattered, their hopes of building a city that reached the heavens, dashed upon the rocks of their own making. The scattering of the people was not merely a geographical phenomenon, it was a spiritual exile, a forced migration away from the seductive allure of self-reliance. As they fanned out across the globe, carrying with them the fragments of their shattered language, they were forced to confront their own vulnerability, their dependence on a power greater than themselves. They encountered new cultures, new ways of life, their preconceived notions challenged at every turn. The world, once perceived as a blank canvas upon which they could impose their will, revealed itself to be a complex tapestry of diverse peoples and traditions. The scattering, though initially experienced as a punishment, contained within it the seeds of redemption, an opportunity for growth, for humility, for a rediscovery of their place within the grand scheme of creation. The legacy of Babel reverberates throughout human history. Our world, fragmented by language, culture, and belief, stands as a testament to the enduring consequences of pride and the dangers of unity without purpose. We see it in the rise and fall of empires, in the endless cycle of conflict and reconciliation, in the persistent human struggle to bridge the divides that separate us. Yet, amidst the ruins of our shattered dreams, hope remains. For within the story of Babel lies also a message of redemption, a reminder that even in the face of our greatest failures, God's grace remains ever present. He is the master builder, the architect of our salvation, and it is in Him that we find the true foundation for unity, a unity rooted not in pride but in humility, not in self-exaltation but in selfless love. The story of the Tower of Babel serves as a potent reminder of the importance of humility in all our endeavors. It cautions us against the seductive allure of pride, the dangerous belief that we are the masters of our own destiny. It reminds us that true fulfillment is found not in self-aggrandizement but in surrendering to a power greater than ourselves. When we approach life with humility, recognizing our limitations and acknowledging our dependence on God, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We become more compassionate, more forgiving, more willing to embrace the richness and diversity of human experience. We continue to build towers today, metaphorical monuments to our ambition and ingenuity. We strive for success, for recognition, for a legacy that will outlive us. But the story of Babel reminds us to proceed with caution, to temper our ambition with humility, to ensure that our pursuits are aligned with a purpose that transcends our own self-interest. Let us strive to build towers that reach not to the heavens in defiance of God, but that rise from a foundation of faith, humility, and love. Let us use our God-given gifts to serve others, to heal divisions, and to create a world where unity is not a tool for self-promotion, but a testament to the transformative power of grace. For it is in humility, in recognizing our need for God, that we discover our true potential, our capacity for love, and our shared humanity. We hope this story touched your heart. If it resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment of our journey through the scriptures. God bless you.